And now it's time for our daily arts and culture segment, and we have our Teo joining us live in the studio. Good afternoon to you, Teo.
Good afternoon.
So today you're going to be telling us about a great musical and a play as well.
Exactly. I'll be filling everybody in on a classic French musical as well as a more contemporary Korean play currently running right here in Seoul.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame is the French tale of the bell ringer of Notre Dame Cathedral, Quasimodo, who falls in love with the beautiful gypsy dancer, Esmeralda. The subject of numerous movies, plays, and musicals around the world is the classic tale of love, devotion, jealousy, and deceit. And the musical version is now back in Seoul after 4 years. This time around, the role of the devoted hero Quasimodo is shared by Hong Kwang-ho and Yoo Hyung-yeol. The role of the beautiful damsel, Esmeralda, is shared by Pada and Yoon Gong-ju. The musical is currently running at the Blue Square Theater in Itaewon, Central Seoul, until November 17th. The popular play Alone in Love is also back after 2 years. The story follows a married couple who decide on a divorce only to meet again and finally discover the true meaning of love. The play is based on the Japanese novel Love Generation by author Hisashi Nozawa and was also turned into a Korean television drama with the same name as the play. So what are the difficulties of turning something that was a novel and a television series into a stage production? Producer Kim Tae-young gives us the answer.
Novels and television productions rely heavily on words and dialogue to express the hearts of the characters. However, in a stage performance, that is not possible. So we worked very hard to focus on better expressing the intricate battles in their characters' relationships.
The play is currently running at the PMC Daeangno Jayu Theater, located in the Jongno district of Seoul, until December 29th.
Well, of course, Teo, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, it's such a classic. We all know the story, but it would be wonderful to see a rendition of that. And Alone in Love, they both sound like a really good way to spend a fall evening.
Exactly, especially because so much attention was put into both performances because they were both previously staged. So the production teams had quite the trouble differentiating themselves between the current play and the previous performances.
Right, so were there any particular differences that we should make note of?
Well, I'm glad you asked because in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, the production team really paid attention to the stage and props to put in more detail, making it seem more alive. For Alone in Love, it was a little bit more difficult because it's based on a novel, and there was also a television series in addition to the performance as well. So the production team really focused on explaining and emphasizing the relationship between the characters.
So it'd be definitely interesting for us to keep that in mind when watching these performances, and I'm looking forward to these, so I think I will check them out. But I hear that you will also be telling us about a film festival, and not the one that just closed in Busan, but overseas.
Exactly. Well, here in Korea, we just closed the Busan International Film Festival. Now it's London's turn. So let's take a look.
The 57th London Film Festival, the largest film event in the United Kingdom, kicked off on October 9th with a screening of British filmmaker Paul Greengrass's Captain Phillips, starring Tom Hanks. The movie is based on the true story of the captain of an American container ship that was hijacked off the coast of Somalia by pirates in 2009. It is set to premiere here in Korea on October 23rd. This year's festival seems almost like a Tom Hanks special, as he is also starring in the closing film Saving Mr. Banks, as well as having been a producer for another film featured at the festival titled Parkland. The London Film Festival aims to attract the general public, and this year the festival is definitely set on achieving that goal, as there are a whopping 235 films from a variety of different genres, from documentaries to Hollywood blockbusters. So, whether you are a hardcore movie fan or just a casual viewer, there's sure to be something there for you. And where there is a film festival, there is a red carpet, and where there is a red carpet, there are sure to be stars. This year's London Film Festival is set to host 150 filmmakers, including King's Speech director Tom Hooper, and 110 actors, including Sienna Miller. The festival opened on October 9th and will be running for 12 days, with the closing gala set for the 20th of this month.
You know, you can never go wrong with a good movie, and it's funny how we reported on the Somali pirates earlier on, and we're seeing a rendition of that in a movie.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to Captain Phillips, which is the Somali pirate movie, as well as his other work, Saving Mr. Banks, as well as he's voicing Woody in the latest Toy Story movie as well.
Right. It seemed like he was taking a short break away from the movie scene, but it's really good to see him back and, you know, back at work. So we're looking forward to that. All right. Thank you, Taeho, for that, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Have a fantastic afternoon.